thread pitch. And then what you want to do is this is your secondary clutch again, right? And they're all going to have a hole on them, and it's all going to have threads that match this tool. So what you do is you just thread this in here, and what it's going to do is it's going to push on, this is called the helix. It's going to push on it, and it's actually going to spread these sheaves apart. See how the belt's falling down there? And all we're trying to accomplish is to just open it enough to be able to get the belt on and off, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which reminds me, yes, always, guys, don't go into the backcountry without a spare belt. That's one of the best ways to lose a riding partner, because if you steal my spare belt, I'm not riding with you again.
And also, as soon as you've used your spare one, the first thing you should do before heading out is to go get another one.
Yeah.
And breaking in a belt is key as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's a good point, because usually when you blow a belt, you're in the gnarliest, deepest, steepest terrain that you've been in, which is why you blew the belt. Then you're putting on a brand new belt, and you're asking that brand new belt that's never been used to take you out of a sticky situation. So put the belt on at the truck. If you're riding Brandywine or whatever, the groom trail up to the riding terrain is a good start for a break-in. That's a good point. Thank you for pointing that out.
Just glazing it, you're getting the
yeah.
So
it's yes. So all I've done here is I've just threaded that in. It's not difficult to do. It doesn't take any strong muscles or anything. You just thread it in to the point where you can pull the belt off. And then sometimes these can be a bit of a pain in the butt to get out, but you just kind of wiggle it out.
And make sure you get
well, the clutches will be nice and hot, so
out of your way, because you can cut yourself so badly.
Yes. And if you blew a belt to a million pieces, which also does happen, it's very important that you get as much of that out of there as you can, especially if you get some belt string wrapped around your clutches. That's what will give you more problems in the future. So just one is
you have on in the next row.
yeah.
And I mean, the people you're riding with will have some too.
Yeah, I just took all the covers off this one for this.
And like the chances that you would break two in the day are very low.
Been there. Belts are directional. Thank you for pointing that out, Sam. Perfect. There's always an arrow on them that says rotation, so you just want to make sure that arrow is pointing forward. You just put the new one on the same way you took the old one off. Now, another thing that a lot of people don't do, forget to do, which is also very important, is as I'm going to pull this tool out, this belt is not going to automatically go up onto the shivs. See, now there's nothing holding this tool, there's nothing putting tension on this. So if I were to start my machine and start trying to ride it right now, again, back to the mountain bike theory, it's not going to be in the proper gear. It's not going to have that bottom end torque, because look at all this slack in the belt, right? So right off the bat, you're going to be putting way unnecessary stress on your machine, but more importantly, your brand new belt. So what you want to do is you want to make sure before you start your machine, your belt is riding in the proper position. And basically all you have to do is just kind of grab it and just kind of go like this.
That's a good trick.
Yeah.
No one ever showed me that one.
Yeah, this is
That's very good.
yeah, and then, you know, again, we're not going to get too advanced here, but the belt adjustment is pretty important. Typically, if your belt wasn't a million years old, it's probably going to be fine, but a very generic, good tool of reference is the bottom of the valley of the cog, and what I mean by that is these ridges here. They have peaks and valleys. You want the bottom of the valley to be roughly the height of the top of the shiv. So technically it's actually supposed to be a little bit taller, but you're going to be fine if it's anywhere near the bottom of the shiv. So that's basically how to change a belt.